This trip takes me 5 hours north into the Cariboo Region of British Columbia, a place known for big lakes and even bigger fish. This is my one chance a year to ice fish for burbot, and in past seasons I put some solid fish on the ice. With my usual lake likely sitting in open water, a last-minute change of plans has brought me to a new spot, one that holds lake trout, kokanee, and burbot. I'll be exploring a few lakes on this trip, but the chance to feel a burbot ripping out drag on unfamiliar water has me excited and ready to go to work. Just rolled into Sheridan Lake Resort, spend this afternoon scouting, and hopefully find a place and get to the lake that has lingcod in it, which is Bridge, which is down here a ways. Rolling up to the lake, I found a decent access point, got my gear hooked up and ready to move. I checked the map to get a rough idea of where I wanted to start and picked a spot that looks very similar to other locations I've been successful. The anticipation of getting my line in the water and seeing if I can figure out this new lake is killing me. This looks really good because all those big boulders, that structure likely carries on down into the depths, and lingcod love structure like that. This spot looks really good. The bottom has the right kind of structure. There's bait fish down there. There's some other stuff on the rocks. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but it looks like fish might eat it. So what I'm trying to do now is use the underwater camera, and I'm about in 45 feet of water, and find a place where there's not any huge boulders right next to where my hook is. Getting my tent up and the gear laid out, I started thinking back to my first time fishing burbot in this area. Somehow the spots I picked back then put me right on the fish, twice in a row. Looking at the depth charts now, the similarities jump out at me right away. The same kind of drop-offs, same depth range, and the same bottom transitions that held fish before. It's enough to pull me right back into those old trips, remembering how those setups played out and how quickly the action started once the sun went down. Oh, we got a good one on. The feisty one. Feel like I got a good hit set on it. Yep, here he comes. Here he comes. Oh, whoa.
Why? But
man, this one is.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I don't care about that. Get that baby out of the ice. Out of the water. That one's kind of, oh, I don't know. It might be
7.
if it stops flopping around. We are 7:01. We got 5 tonight. Ron and I both got, one's close to 7. Got a couple that are maybe 2 pounds, and then another one that's maybe 3.5 or so. Got something good here. Just smashed it. Oh, there we go. I was getting ready to give up. Bigger than I thought. Got another one. Hopefully I can get this one up. Felt like I got to get it set. We cannot lose another one. Thinking about those first catches, it's hard not to expect that success again. But tonight just wasn't one of those nights. The fish never showed, and the spot didn't come together the way I'd hoped. Just about got everything packed up. Just got to grab my pole and strap everything down to the sled. And then head on back, load everything into the truck, get back to camp, and get ready for tomorrow morning. See if we can catch some trout. Well, today's morning day 2. There's one lake up here called Ruth Lake that they stock with huge rainbows. Like big ones, bigger than they stock anywhere else. They put yearlings and 2-year-old fish in there. So we're going to go check that out today. I've got depth charts on that one. We're going to do some exploring over the next couple days, fish a bunch of new lakes, try some new spots. Hopefully, maybe the last couple days we're here, we can narrow it down and spend some time and put some big fish in the cooler before we go home. I just got up to Ruth Lake. It's freaking cold today. Holy cow. We're definitely going to just take a look at the access point here. Somebody took their quad and sled. Some other dudes sled with skis. I'm just going to start on this point. I'm going to try to tolerate the cold as long as I can. We're just going to start out with this tiny little jig because I've had so much luck with this. That's the fourth one of these that I've caught. It's no wonder they're putting bigger rainbows in here. These things will eat the crap out of the fry. They get big. I've caught these things close to 10 pounds before in the lakes close to home. It's not good for the water system, but it would make sense that they're putting bigger rainbows in here so they don't get eaten before they get a chance to grow. This is the first year I've really played around with these little jigs. And even though today's starting off pretty slow, they've worked really well for me the last couple trips. Whenever I'd start feeling those little soft bumps and see fish just nudging my usual stuff, I'd switch over to these finesse jigs and things would usually turn around. Thinking about that now, it's hard not to drift back to those days when the trout were actually fired up.
It's a monster. Two and a half pounds.
Oh, that's a little better one. This one might be a good one. It was just ripping that jig. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. All I've gotten over here are the pike minnows. I did get something on that was pulling out a little bit of drag, but I didn't get a good hook set and it got off just into the ice. I couldn't see what it was, but I'm gonna run around this point right here and do a little more fishing for trout and then jump out in the middle here and start scouting to see if we can find some kokanee. That should be fish. That's what I got. That school coming through. I don't know if they're kokanee and these things are with them or there's just a school of these down there. There's another northern pike minnow. That's all I've caught so far. It's like my 10th one. I just got my first rainbow of the trip. It's about a pound. It was in 31 feet of water, 5 feet off the bottom. This guy came through and grabbed it. It's not huge, maybe a pound, but the way things are going on this trip, I'll take it. Well, I left Ruth Lake around 2:30 with one rainbow and talked to a couple other folks that were fishing out there. They were only catching only catching the pike minnows too, so as thick as the ice was there, it was over a foot. I thought Canham's not that far from there. It's got to have ice on it. My fear coming up here, the reason I changed my plans at the last minute is because it's been unseasonably warm this year, and so just got to Canham, and my hunch was right. There is no ice on this lake. So, plan R. I think we're up to R now. Alright, I'm just was looking at the depth charts last night. There's a nice little point, drops off pretty sharp. Should be standing right over around 85 to 110 feet is what I set the shading for the lingcod. I'm gonna switch up my lingcod, my Burbot lure here. I had some pretty good luck with this at the other lake I was fishing for lingcod last year. There's lots of fish moving around, so hopefully get something happening here pretty soon. I don't use a classic glow jig on the bottom approach, but I do have a few trusted lures. No matter what I'm using, I bait with worms, keep it about a foot off the bottom, and keep it moving. During the day, I'm usually fishing out in about 100 feet of water, but around 4 p.m., I slide up to a shelf in about 30 to 45 feet that drops sharply back into the deep. As the light fades, burbot move shallower and start feeding around structure, so that edge becomes the place to be. The bite has been slow on this trip, so on my last day, I'm trying a new spot with an old strategy. With any luck, I'll bring back some of that excitement I had chasing burbot last year. Just putting a spoon on with a couple night crawlers on the treble hook and fishing for them just like I usually do trout. Just let it all the way down to the bottom, bring it up to where you're about a foot or two off the bottom, and then just kind of move it around, and every once in a while just give it a big lift and then hold it still. Just got 3 or 4 bites in a row here. There we go. Got something. Got something. Got something. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a keeper. What do we got? Come on. There we go. Oh yeah. As big as I thought. Another. And a half days on the ice, 45 hours of fishing, and in the end, just one mid-sized rainbow trout to show for it. I came out here hoping to land burbot, but this time I'm headed home empty-handed. Still, exploring new lakes, chasing different species, and spending this much time in the Cariboo has been worth every minute. It has me wishing for more, and as I head back to the cabin to start packing, I'm already planning out next year's trip.